Hey guys, Snooch the Nooch here, bringing you another installment of Mario Kart Tour. Let's jump in. Hey guys, really quick before we get into this, go ahead and make sure to add me on here and follow me on Instagram and Twitter to know whenever I'm going to go live with the multiplayer. See you there. What is up guys? Hopefully you are all doing great today. Today we're going to take on the Peach Cup, and who better to take on it than the princess herself, Peach. Hopefully we're going to take first. We upped the ante a little bit here, as we have learned how to adjust the difficulties. We wanted to try and play with the 100cc this time, since we learned to up it. We're going to see how much more tougher these guys are, being 50cc up higher instead of going the 100cc higher right away. First thing I like to say is that I appreciate everybody who's watched these videos. It's definitely great to see you guys in the comments, and I appreciate the likes and the subscriptions and such. Definitely enjoy seeing those when I wake up in the morning and such. Getting into this first race here, one of the things that I definitely enjoy is the I believe I've said it before, but the different skins to this retro map. This time they've actually added ice over the map, and I can't say that I love it, but I mean, I love the map regardless, so it kind of is hard for me to hate it. But I definitely, I think it's an interesting change up to the pace. Pretty cool, different style that they add into it, but we take that first win with no problems. It was a little close with the Danny, but other than that, it was a piece of cake. I don't think 100 is truly that much tougher. It's definitely a great segue to get into the final difficulty, but I still don't think it's too much of a difference. But it's definitely, like I said, a good segue. Into the next race, we're going to bring in Toadette. Why? Just because she's the only person that we have that ranks high enough. Does anybody know? You can leave the answer in the comments, but what is Toadette's relationship to Mario's universe? Is it just a female Toad, or is it specifically like Toad's girlfriend? What does she truly play into this storyline? As I've never really truly known, I've just seen her get added and then I never truly looked it up. Definitely some interesting stuff behind that, I would imagine, but like I said, I've never looked into it, so I couldn't tell you, so maybe one of you guys have the answer below. Alright. Getting into the meat of this first lap, and we seem to be able to hold our own pretty well. Again, I don't think it's going to be too challenging. We might come close on certain maps, but I think for the most part we can hold them all off, especially if we keep playing defense the way we're playing. And as I've said before, definitely make sure you guys add me. I'd love to play multiplayer with everybody, and I want to try and start putting on Instagram and Twitter the times, like I'll put it like maybe 30 minutes before, or be like, hey guys, at 1 p.m. Eastern time we're gonna start playing a multiplayer map. You'll see my name pop up, and I'll give it like 5 minutes before we start, or 2 minutes, something long enough for everybody to get in. But I'm gonna try and get as many people in as possible. If I can get 8, great. If not, at least we can get as many as we could. That's the goal in it. I've been able to play a little bit of multiplayer, and I've been trying to work on getting out of rank F, and some days I'm doing great and I'm working my way up. I think I've gotten up to 27% now, but then I turned around and had a pretty rough day like 2 days later, and I've dropped back down another 2 or 3%. So I think I've been up as high as 31%, and now I'm back down to 25, I want to say, so it doesn't always work out the easiest. Nice, we completed one of the challenges. Easy enough. The next map, we're going to definitely take in Princess Peach one more time. Hit it with that beautiful parachute right there. typically one of my favorite ones that I use. And I mean, I've never gotten truly comfortable with one specific cart, but I don't have any negatives, nor do I have any positives about the different carts, because I hadn't seen too much of a difference. Typically, whenever I race in any of them, I mean, they feel like they drive the same across the board. And I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but it actually took my son to tell me and teach me this, but apparently whenever you get inked on Mario Kart Tour, if you're driving with one hand, you could take the other hand, the other finger, and wipe the ink away. Did not know that. I mean, it doesn't typically help me out, but it's just a cool little feature that they have that I didn't realize that you can use your other finger or hand or such as a windshield wiper to clean that off faster than just waiting for it to disappear. But definitely, the next time you guys are playing or such, give it a try. It's pretty cool. It's a neat little addition, but ultimately I don't think I'll use it too much. But do you guys have a specific cart or character that you prefer to use? I know every map has its own unique characters that are the best at it and such, but if you had one character that you can use on any map and it didn't make a difference towards the points brought in, who would you choose? You can leave that in the comments below. I believe currently my favorite character that I've got, it definitely falls between my two rare picks of Wario and Dry Bowser, just because those guys are the most unique that I've got. Well, Wario's not unique, but I've always just kind of had a soft spot for Wario, so get that green shell to block and defend right there, which is always a good safe call there. Definitely anybody, that's truly a tip that I would recommend. If you don't need to use an item like a green shell or such, let it sit there. This speaker right here, this could also be used as a defense mechanism against a red shell or such, but you have to time it just right, so it's a little more of a tougher challenge than it is to just have a banana or a green shell being pulled behind you. But there's our third win, taking them like a champ. 6,200, almost there, but not quite enough. Time to wrap up this series. Oh, we get to use Peach once more, so she get used 3 out of 4 times here. Glide at least 2. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm not too sure how I'll handle in gliding, because I'm not the greatest. Okay, so you get bouncing targets to hit. I can do that. As I almost miss. Ooh, that was a close one. See how far I can get. Nope. I was gonna get a little farther. Alright, so we doubled it. So hopefully that's enough to put us ahead of the 3 stars. And just barely we pulled it off. That was way too close. A lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. But there's the Peach Cup. We took it. Now we've got a gift here that we can accept. So we'll go ahead and pull that guy in. Get those rupees and star ticket. And we'll end it right there. So I appreciate you guys watching, and definitely appreciate the likes and follows. So we'll see you in the next one.